Hi, thanks for coming by my website and my YouTube channel. I'm Anthony with Anthony Carr Associates, powered by Remax West End, and I want to just welcome you to my world here online, on my website and my YouTube channel and Facebook, wherever you're seeing this. And so I just want to talk to you a little bit about how we operate, or how I operate at Anthony Carr Associates. I've been in real estate quite a while, all in Northern Virginia, the DC area. I'm a licensed broker in all three jurisdictions, Maryland, DC, Virginia. Primarily I work Virginia. And so I've been doing this for quite a while. I've developed a mission and some value statements to help keep you sane when you're going through this process. And so what I'm here to do is to help investors, new and experienced, and buyers and sellers, first timers to very experienced sellers, to build a financial legacies. And the way I do that is I kind of guide it by I guide what I'm doing through a proverb that have found very valuable. Is wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. And that's a really perfect way to look at how you can make real estate work for you as you're moving forward and creating a financial legacy for your family, for your children, your grandchildren, and those around you, or maybe even for an organization that you want to leave something to in the future. And so that is what I do, is I help you build that financial legacy, not just buy or sell a house, because it's not just about the house, it's about what you're going to do with it. What is your why? Why are you buying this house? Why are you buying this investment property? And what's the purpose of it? I will always ask buyers, what are you going to do here? And not just that you need 4 bedrooms, a couple of baths, and a garage, but what are you going to do in that garage? And why do you need 2 baths? Maybe you need 3 because you're going to start entertaining more. Um, so that's kind of how I approach the process, is finding out your why of owning those properties, whether you're investing or buying to live in it, or to bring more family in, or to scale down. So I'm going to find out your why. And the values that I bring to the table on this is, I think when you get to know me a little bit, I do like to laugh a lot. That's my number one thing, is to laugh a lot. And on my values on my webpage, I've got links to some of all my values that you can click and just see some articles and some videos that I've put together just to kind of take a look at why it's important to laugh a lot. And so, or to do the other things that we're going to talk about in a moment. But laughing a lot is very important, because in this process of buying and selling a property, it is the number 2 stressful event in your life. Number 1 is death of a relative. I think maybe it's number 3, because I think number 2 is divorce. And then number 3 is buying and selling and moving. That is the third most stressful thing in people's lives when they're getting into this process. They may not know it, they get excited about it, but it's actually can be pretty stressful. So my job is to help you laugh a lot, and then number 2, to be authentic, to be transparent with you on, hey, you said these are your goals, this is what we should do. To be transparent with you when it's a good deal, and to be transparent when it's not such a good deal. To keep bringing you back of what your why was, of why you wanted to buy or sell a property, and to remind you of that. But to be authentic about that, so that when you hear the words coming out of my mouth, you believe them, because you know I'm being authentic with you. And I also appreciate when my clients are authentic with me. Which kind of leads to the third one, and that's tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you don't have to keep up with who you lied to. That's kind of the thing that I go with. And I think telling the truth is very important in this industry. I love real estate because we're guided by a contract. We're guided by agreements. And so therefore there's no no way to bend it or get around it or change it later on. I mean, the whole transaction process may be anywhere from 2 weeks to 45 days. And that's when that truth is important, for you to know that the person that you're working with is going to make sure the people we are working with are being authentic and are telling the truth, because that's going to make that process work. It's going to guarantee you success and help you build that legacy that you're looking to build. The fourth thing is be passionate in the moment. Let's get in this thing and be passionate about buying or selling the property and what you want to do, but be in the moment. When you're looking at those properties, it's a good time to turn off all those notifications, because we are about to make a huge financial decision for you. You're about to make a huge financial decision. And I don't want you to miss something because you're not in the moment. So I want to make sure that you're in the moment. It's very important, and it's actually a value that I want to share with you. The other is thinking out of the box. You know, just because mom and dad bought it and sold a house a certain way, or the investor that you read about on YouTube bought or sold a house, you know, sometimes you got to think out of the box on how to make that deal work. And so in my negotiations and in my working with you to get you where you want to go, we got to think out of the box, and can't really define that every single time what that's going to look like, but you're working with someone that's going to think out of the box. That's why I'm a kind of a go-to person in the industry here when people have questions about what they can and can't do, or looking at a transaction a different way to make it work. 6, be positive. We've got to be positive, and I mean intentionally. With today's world, what do they call it? Doom scrolling is something I've seen now, where you've got your phone and you're constantly got to be in the know, and let's doom what's going on. You know, be positive. Many times I turn off most of my notifications on my phone except for text and calls that are coming in. I don't let it ding me with any of the apps that are on there, because it will draw my attention to usually a story or a posting or something that's probably not positive. So be positive. We have to look at, you know, how many contracts we've had to write. It's okay. We're going to find the house for you. We're going to find the investment for you. I got a tenant that's doing some crazy things. That's okay. We'll take care of it. And here's how you do that. We'll line this up to clean it up or to get whatever that. But be positive that you are building that financial legacy. And, you know, real estate's a living and breathing investment. You just don't put it on the put your money in the stock and just let it go. You have to manage it and make sure that you're handling it. And sometimes some negative stuff comes up, but we got to be positive, which leads to number 7, and that is no complaining. Now, my wife's going to watch this video and say, "These are your values. I'd like to see these values," because it's something that I have to work on, is the not complaining in this business. When I have people that are not doing what I ask them to do, or they're not doing it the way I want them to do it, sometimes I can get into complaining, and she'll just look at me, really? And so I have to repent for complaining, and which kind of leads to the number 8 and final one is love accountability. To be held accountable to what you said you would do. And so that's why we are very careful on how I'm going to write that contract for you, what contract we're going to receive from a buyer, another investor, to make sure that what we're saying we're going to do, we're going to do it. We're going to be held accountable to that. So that's my mission and values. I hope you can resonate with that. If you do, then that's great. If there's anything I can do for you, obviously you can call, text, leave a message down below, and I'll be very happy to work with you in building your financial legacy. Take care.